He's been called the Great Reformer, from fighting corruption at home to bringing back movie theaters to the kingdom, and of course, allowing women to drive. But Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is making international headlines for what seems to be one of his boldest moves. The prince says Israelis have the right to live on their own land, a rare statement by an Arab leader. MBS, as he's known, made the comment in a recent interview with a US magazine. "I believe the Palestinians and the Israelis have the right to have their own land, but we have to have a peace agreement to assure the stability for everyone and to have normal relations." More often than not, Saudi Arabia and Israel are viewed like this, at odds. But in an epic plot twist, the two appear to have become strange bedfellows. Yet officially, Saudi Arabia does not recognize Israel. The obvious shared interest between the two countries, their shared dislike of Iran. Tehran's influence in the region continues to grow, much to Saudi Arabia and Israel's dismay. For example, in Yemen, Saudi Arabia supports the internationally recognized government, but Iran backs the Houthi rebels. In Syria, the opposite is true. Saudi supports the rebels, while Iran backs the regime. While Saudi Arabia and Israel would be hard-pressed to publicly walk hand in hand, Israel's military chief of staff recently said this to a Saudi-owned publication. "We are ready to exchange experiences with Saudi Arabia and other moderate Arab countries and exchange intelligence information to confront Iran. There are many shared interests between us and Saudi Arabia." Now that Riyadh and Tel Aviv have pretty much slid into each other's DM, could this mean the Saudis are ready to go public with their new bromance? Not so fast. The Saudi king tried to walk back his son's comments. The country's rep at the Arab League condemned Israel for the killing of Palestinian protesters in last week's mass protest on the Gaza-Israel border.
Saudi Arabia strongly condemns this brutal massacre, which is considered a flagrant violation of international resolutions and conventions.
Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas thanked King Salman for his support. More likely, whatever this relationship develops into, it will be a litmus test to see how befriending a common foe would go over in the Arab world. It appears likely, though, that the kingdom and the Israeli state hope to normalize ties. The question is, what does this blossoming relationship mean for the region? The Saudis will have to sell it as advancing the Palestinian cause. But the two also have a common ally. US President Donald Trump's first foreign trip included Saudi Arabia and Israel. Not surprisingly, all three share a common enemy. Yep. Soon after, Trump famously decided to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, further inflaming tensions in the region. While the lines in the sand continue to be redrawn, for now, this relationship between regional powers is much like a Facebook status. It's complicated. Adil Halim, The Newsmakers.